Hi, I'm Amy, I'm 18, and I'm studying to be a production and stage manager. Over the years, I've tried my hands at just about every job in the theatre industry, but studying at NCCI has also given me opportunities to work on recorded projects as well. Once I finish studying, I hope to be able to find a job as a theatrical stage manager.
So my name is Ben, I'm 17, I do sound. So I run my own sound and lighting hire company. So I'd like to be a live sound engineer, ideally touring.
Hi, my name's Ciara. I'm interested in stage management and sound. The funny thing about my experience is that I was originally on the other side of the stage. I'd just come off performing and spoken to the person taking off the microphones. She told me all about her stage management job and I got really interested. I asked lots of questions and started doing my own research. I found out this is a career I wanted to pursue.
Hi, I'm Melissa, I'm 19 and my main area of interest is lighting design. Here's some shows I've previously designed and worked on over the last 3 years. For most of these shows I designed or programmed for Alex, which has piqued my interest in that particular department.
Hi, I'm Elliot and I'm 19. Studying at NCCI for the past years has been great. It's allowed me to find an industry that I have a keen interest in and has allowed me to find a field of work that I enjoy. In the future I hope to attend university with the aims of going to film and TV as a technician.
Hi, my name is Maria. I'm aspiring to manager, production manager and stage manager. My main interest is actually in production in general. I had a pleasure to work with amazing artists so far and can't wait for more once we be able to get back to what we love.
Hi, I'm Holly, I'm 19 and I'm interested in audio, both live music and studio recordings. I'm very new to the industry, but I've had some great experiences this year, such as working in studios with bands.
Hello, welcome to our Level 4 presentation. Throughout the course of our stream, we'll be talking to you about some of the work that we've collaborated on through our time of study. Up first is Mel to talk to us about the open day we held. Over to you, Mel.
Tom, welcome and good afternoon to you. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Ciara.
And we're your temporary hosts this afternoon.
We only have 5 minutes.
Let's get started. One of the very first shows at the beginning of our course was the Open Day. This was an event made to showcase not only our work within the course, but also to showcase the production part and all the hard work that everyone does. Due to the ever-changing COVID-19 restrictions, it was difficult to plan what we wanted to achieve, which made us unprepared for the event. Wouldn't you agree, Ciara? Ciara?
Yes, I would have to agree with you there. We were constantly changing our ideas to suit the new restrictions. Nevertheless, we were still able to create a fun and informative day for everyone involved. We had included a recording session with a live band, projection mapping, lighting, and industry professional interviews.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of hard work. From what my laptop tells me, we had 2 days for the setup and programming of the event. Here's a video montage of those 2 days. That's the wrong video. That's the wrong video. Wrong video!
of the setup process, there was the programming and the actual designing of how they wanted the show to look. Creating different states, experimenting with the room. Should we start explaining different departments individually? Mel, are you there? Hello?
Of course you can. However, for the viewers' benefit, I think we should note that 2 departments will be discussed with our other team members, Tom and Holly. However, we can give a brief overview.
They worked in the recording studio with All Out Emo, who are a new cover band that do songs from the 90s to 2000s, indie emo and pop rock genre. Working alongside Holly and Ben, they are able to work on producing, editing an album while following COVID safety guidelines.
We also used projection mapping in our workshop area. This was run by Tom, and he used the Mad Mapper software to display many unique designs, both stationary and some moving. Projection mapping was open to requests by the viewers from patterns and images. He also used the costume mannequins to create designs on them, on their pockets, hats, and even the full costumes too.
The last department was headed by Mel.
Wait, since when?
What do you mean? This is your department.
What?
You forgot. We did it together, Mel.
What are you waiting for? Carry on with the story.
As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, the last department was LX, headed by myself and Mel. We used a mixture of generic LED fixtures to create the look that we'd see in a few moments. We experimented with light, texture, and used different colours to show the effects they had on costume.
Now I remember, but I think we need to see it in action. Roll the tape.
Mel, we're live. We're live.
Be quiet, I'm eating.
How about a video? That seemed cool. Oh, Mel, we're live.
Yeah, I guess I like the part when...
What just happened?
Who turned the light off?
This isn't good. I'm sorry, folks. We're having some technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties? We're on a technical course. Just give me a minute. I can fix it. It's fine.
This isn't going to go well.
Aye, cheers for that, Mel. Part of our open day was projection mapping, and to tell you more about that is me. Let's go.
Sound Tech. Today I'll be talking to you about some basic projection mapping that I did for our open day, which was briefly covered earlier by Mel. These are some clips from our open day, and as you can see, I have mapped each brick of the wall to create the effect that you can see on screen now. The software that I use for this is called Mad Mapper, and I'll give you a quick tutorial. First thing you want to do is go over and select your projector. Go down and select Desktop Window. This will open a window that can be sent to another screen, which will be displayed by the projector. Entering full screen mode will remove the bars at the top of the screen. The next thing you want to do is go over to Settings and select Output Cursor. This is going to show where your cursor is on the output of the projector in relation to the software, making life a lot easier. Moving back over to our first page, we are going to create a quad. A quad is similar to like a layer in Photoshop. At the top of the screen, we can select our input and our output. I'm going to be using the output view. On the right hand side, under generators, we can press the arrow in each box to apply the effect. Back over to the left, we can select the blend mode, which I am going to change to add, and the colour of the effect. You can manipulate the video or image by dragging or moving the circle in each corner. Here I am adding another quad and repeating the same process. Opening up the desktop window again, we can see the output that the projector would be displaying. Deleting both quads, I'm going to start again using the test card. I'm going to show you how to manipulate the video or image in a bit more of an advanced way by scrolling down and selecting Mesh Warping. Click on Generate Grid and input the numbers. I'm inputting 6x6. Here you can see that you can manipulate the material in many different ways, that's not just by the corners. You can also select Bezier, which will roll off the sharp edges. That concludes my quick tutorial. Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate. Now, throughout our course, we've had the pleasure of being able to interview some industry professionals. Here's some of what they had to say.
My name's Steve Roberts and I'm currently director of 1159 Productions, a production company that's been going for over 20 years now. Do all sorts of work from anything to do with the technical side of the event industry, we normally say we do. Organised, calm. One thing that is particularly good for anybody getting into this industry, you've got to have a sense of fun and enjoyment. It doesn't matter what comes along, what sort of project you're working on, whether you're doing lighting, sound, stage management. Ultimately, you're all part of one team trying to put on that particular production or event. And I'd say the big thing is working together. People in the team are key to making it a success. Any opportunities, go for them, whether it's on the formal side, but also be inventive. Bear in mind health and safety and making the show happen, but ultimately never stop learning. And there's still people that come along and say, why do you do this? And I go, well, I don't actually know. That's a really good question. And it's often somebody come along and say, well, there's an alternative way of doing it. So be open, listen to people, and just see where it takes you. In some ways, I suspect not a lot, because we are in a pandemic. There's much more use of things like streaming shows, all that sort of thing. But from what I'm hearing, a lot of people are saying it's still not the same. Going to an event, actually being there, being immersed into it, whether it's a theatrical production, there's all sorts, but it's that experience of actually being there. So, okay, technology is always moving on, but ultimately, post-pandemic, I think people are still going to want to and experience the live events. So for the likes of us that work in that sector, they're still going to want us. We might make more use of some of the newer technology. And I think a sad factor of the pandemic, there's going to be a number of companies and individuals, unfortunately, who haven't managed to weather the storm and won't be in the industry. Will obviously change in that way. But the basic industry, I think when we get past it, there'll still be a demand for us. There's an awful lot of transferable skills. It's looking how you can actually adapt them, use them. A lot of the industry relies on, getting to various events, etc. Make sure you can drive. Well, you might not be able to build set at the moment because there's no demand for it. Any experience you can get, painting, decorating, construction. There's a whole wealth of things you can do that will give you skills to transfer into the industry. I think from the point of view of the soft skills, so things like interpersonal skills, teamwork, it doesn't matter where you go, you've still got to get on with people, work with people, and you can do that in a number of places, and then again transfer the skills in. Being flexible, time management, they're all things that, again, it's really helpful to be able to do. And a lot of people at the moment are looking, well, what can I do in the meantime? Often you can transfer skills out and sort of they are valued by other employers as a short-term solution. Enjoy it, have fun, but be prepared to work hard. It can be very unsociable hours, it can be long hours. Do it because you love it.
Wasn't that informative? Now, we've had the pleasure of working with Tramshed a couple of times now. To tell us more about that, it's over to Ben and Elliot.
Thank you, Tom. I'm Elliot, Reid, and welcome to our news top stories tonight. South East London vehicles is quite a wave in their industry. Like pretty big stuff. Like really big. To cover one of these events is our technical correspondent, Ben.
So Tramshed is a theatre company in Woolwich. So we did quite a few events for Tramshed that involved sound, lighting and video and stage management. One of the events that I took part in was Radical Cabaret, which involved playing lots of different video files out over Zoom. So these events took place in November 2020. So I enjoyed working with Tramshed because it involved working with lots of different people, lots of different acts and different ways of doing stuff. It also gave me a great insight into working remotely and performances over Zoom. We now have a video that Andre, the director from Tramshed, has been kind enough to film for us.
Hi, my name is Andre Pink and I am the Tramshed's progression producer. The Tramshed is a theatre venue, community hub located in southeast London in Woolwich. And Progression is our program of artist development for emerging artists aged 16 to 25. Where we offer a range of master classes, long projects with established artists, platforms to show work at different stages of development, and some bursaries and residencies as well. I have been collaborating with students from creative industries for some time now, and last season they were absolutely instrumental in us shifting some of our program online and supporting me and the emerging artists and some of the stakeholders in delivering the program online. So our Scratch performance night was done in Zoom, and we had to kind of meet each one of the companies and check all their technical needs, and then kind of action them when the live audience was entering the Zoom event. We did a Radical Cabaret night as well with more than 20 acts with a whole range of different technical issues, and the creative industry techies were absolutely fundamental in getting that organized. Lots of hours in Zoom calls, and that event specifically, the Wi-Fi in one of the places that one of the techies was not good, and we had to hire a hotel room for them last minute for them to be able to have Wi-Fi. So the joys of delivering stuff online. There was also the live streaming of a play that we were meant to be doing it in the venue, and then we had to shift to a live stream, and that was the first time that we did it. And we had to work in collaboration with Greenwich Theatre because our venue was not accessible due to COVID restrictions, and yeah, and that was kind of like a great learning curve, and the young people from creative industries were kind of really kind of sorted out how to deliver, for instance, how to make the audio to bring it to professional level, and so that's kind of stuff that also COVID is throwing at us, and we are obliged to deal and to learn how to work with. And there was a talk as well. There was a talk that we did online in Zoom, a webinar format, which we have never used before. And the creative young industries, young people kind of helped us to discover how to use it and efficiently. And they also organized tech meetings with five artistic directors of London venues that are kind of working in the field of children's theater. The whole season was about children's theater, and so absolutely a joy to work with them, and I look forward to working with them again, hopefully at the next time after they graduate, and then we can actually hire them, because they do deserve to be working professionally out there. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. Now over to our other technical correspondent, me. Thank you, me. While working with Tramshed, some of us had the opportunity to work on Nomad, starring Nell Harding. Actress, writer, director and facilitator, she works from a place of social responsibility. Nomad is based on her own story. The solo show covers homelessness, trauma and the fear of contaminating those we love. Due to COVID and restrictions placed on Tramshed, Greenwich Theatre supported Nell's performance by live streaming the event from their venue. The performance was broadcast on YouTube on Friday the 27th of November 2020. And now, back to me. Thanks for that, me. Now that's all we have time for today on L4 News. Goodbye.
Hi, I'm Mark. I'm the bass player of All Out Emo. We are a 90s, noughties nostalgia cover band, and we did some collaboration in late 2020. And we did some recording as well as some of the kind of the open day live stream for the music studio, and I have to say it was such good fun. The guys were so professional. It was a really good time. The couple of days that we spent there working on some of our recording. And even just chatting to the guys and kind of seeing how engaged they all were. It was so much fun and really good to see. Didn't really feel too much like it was kind of part of their course. It felt like they were kind of head and shoulders into their roles. So that was really cool. What went well, I think, is for me, just how well it all kind of seemed, how well it went, how organised the guys were, how proactive the guys were. Pete was amazing. Just keeping everything kind of in line, and it wasn't. It felt very much like that they were. They were collaborating rather than kind of working for one person or anything like that. So I think that was really cool. And also they weren't, the guys weren't scared to share their views, which was great. That's really positive, and it shows that there's a real sense of empowerment there. I think the challenges mainly were COVID, and it was so well done, and so kind of natural, and like I say, organised. So I think that was a really positive point, which made the day easier for us as a band. So totally can't thank the guys enough. Can't commend them enough for how professional they were, and it was just an amazing amount of fun. So big thumbs up from us, and we'd be back in a heartbeat. So thanks, guys. Thanks to Pete, and thanks to everyone for making the opportunity available to us. Thanks, guys.
And I play guitar in a band called All Out Emo. We've worked with South Essex College on a couple of different occasions now. So the first project that we worked on with them was for a live stream event for the college. That was our first real outing as a band, as it were, because it was the band was formed during lockdown. So it was great for us to be able to play some live music to some real people, and obviously some digital people. So yeah, it was fantastic. It was at the Backstage Centre, and obviously the equipment there is, phenomenal, and obviously to couple that with the fantastic guys at the South Essex College, we had a fantastic day. We were then lucky enough to be able to work with the guys again on another project, so we recorded 6 tracks over the course of a couple of days, and the knowledge and the patience that the team had was phenomenal. They were really supportive of us. They allowed us to record, re-record again in some instances, and nothing was ever too much trouble. And they were on hand to give us advice and help set us up properly and make sure that what we were hearing was what we wanted to hear and stuff. So I couldn't recommend them highly enough. We'd absolutely love to be able to work with those guys again, and anything that we can do to support them would be fantastic. So yeah, I think overall the experience was phenomenal for us. It really helped and really boosted us as a band in terms of being able to get into the studio and mix with those types of people. So yeah, overall really fantastic experience.
Hi, I'm Simon, the drummer from All Out Emo, the ultimate 90s and noughties alternative nostalgia band. So we've done some work with the guys at the Backstage Centre. We've worked with them on virtual open day and also live recording session as well. It was great being at the Backstage Centre, obviously good for us, being at a professional recording studio, and likewise working with the professionalism of the students at the Backstage Centre as well. We've done those 2 recordings with the guys under COVID restrictions, unfortunately, as everyone's had to do over the last 18 months or so. But even with that, it was good to see their professionalism and sort of adherence to those restrictions. So it makes things a little bit awkward, but managed to get around it, which was really good. Now the guys at the Backstage Centre are obviously more than capable, I think, of running any recording session, and they were great with us. Kind of made us feel like rock stars, having video footage taken of us all the time and photos, and obviously directing us and sorting things out for us, which was really good. One of the best things for me as the drummer, obviously, is having some assistance in getting everything loaded and unloaded, and having someone to mic your drums up and get the sound right is obviously really good. And that was done for me in quite literally no time. We had a really decent sound. So no, it was a really good experience, and something that we'd like to do again, and obviously support those guys as they go working through their career. And we're more than happy to go back there again and see if we can offer any more support to the college and Backstage Centre in sort of fulfilling the students' requirements. More of that, please. Okay, well, I wish you good luck in learning, and hopefully we'll see you again very soon. Cheers. Bye.
At the end of that video, we heard from All Out Emo. We were able to record with them. To tell us more about that is Holly.
We first worked with the band All Out Emo during our live-streamed open day in November. They joined us in our studios, and we spent a few hours whilst the stream was live recording some covers with them. They were really enjoyable to work with, and the day went so smoothly and was so fun that we invited them back a couple of weeks later. Together with the rest of our cast, we spent a couple of days recording and re-recording some covers with them. Because we had a couple of days rather than a couple of hours, we were able to dedicate much more time and attention to each track. We ended up with a good bank of covers which we were all happy with and excited about. Over those 2 days in the studio, we recorded some clips and videos which we've put together to create a music video for their cover of the song Air Hostess.
terminal, I saw something beautiful. You left for your duty call. Next time, getting on the plane, that's when I see you again. I can't get you off my brain. So hard I can't stop staring. You're putting on an awesome show. The cabin pressure is rising. My coat has got no icing yet. Air hostess, I like the way you dress. Though I hate to fly, but I feel much better. I can find my mind, writing you a love letter. I messed my pants when we flew over France. We'll see you soon in my hotel room for a holiday romance. Air hostess, throwing my penis down the aisle. Stupid, but it made you smile. You came over for a while. Then you whispered in my ear the words that I long to hear. I want you to thrill me here. You can't because you're working. The paparazzi's lurking. You didn't know I'm in a band. In England, people know me. My photo's worth $100 grand. Air hostess, I like the way you dance. Though I hate to fly, but I feel much better. I can find my mind, writing you a love letter. I messed my pants when we flew over France. We'll see you soon in my hotel room for a holiday romance. Air hostess, na 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 na. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na na na. That uniform you're wearing, so hard I can't stop staring. You're putting on an awesome show. The plane is almost land, so tell me where I'm standing now. Air hostess, I like the way you dress. Oh, I hate to fly, but I feel much better. I can find my mind, writing you a love letter. I messed my pants when we flew over France. We'll see you soon in my hotel room for a holiday romance. Air hostess, na 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 na. Na 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 na, air hostess. Na 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 na. Na 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 na, air hostess.
Cheers for that. We'll be taking a couple of questions now, so if you've got any, please do reach out to us.
Hi, so I'm Pete Herbert, and I'm the course leader for the Level 4 Professional Diploma in Technical and
Pete, we have
Production Practice for the Creative Industries. Just checking you can all hear me. Is that okay?
Yep.
Fantastic. Yeah, so just firstly, I want to thank all of the students. What an amazing job that was. Not only was I super entertained, but it was really great seeing your journey and the work that you've done. So well done to you all. So I know they introduced themselves at the start of the live stream, but I just want to reintroduce Ben, Amy, Elliot, Maria, Holly, Mel, Thomas, and Ciara, and they're all going to give you a wave, probably maybe a double-handed wave, and I don't know if you can. That'd be great. Thank you very much. Okay, then. So if you do want to ask some questions, just hit us up in the chat and send us some questions. But is what I'm going to do. While you're doing that, I'll ask a couple. So Ben, can you just tell us about your previous experience before coming to the college?
Yeah, sure. So it started off in year 7 at my secondary school. I joined the tech crew, was involved with it through to year 11. Then during year 11, started my own sound and lighting hire company, events company. And then, joined the level 3 course last year. Had a great year, learned absolutely loads of stuff. Really, really enjoyed it. And then, doing level 4 course this year.
Fantastic, that's great, and certainly your skills come in handy today. So just if anyone didn't notice, Ben was controlling everything, pulling all the levers and hitting all the switches. It certainly wouldn't have been as slick without you doing that work, so well done to you, Ben, as well. So Amy, I'm going to ask you a question. Can you, just to let you know as well, so Amy was production manager for this particular project. So Amy, can you tell us about your future career aspirations that you have?
Yeah, so I hope to go into theatrical stage management and theatrical production management. However, this course has also provided me with a lot more knowledge into film and TV experience, and therefore I'd be happy to get a job in either of those industries as well.
Absolutely, fantastic, and well done to you for doing all the production management on this project. Great work. Elliot, so Elliot, you were editing some video and just taking on a range of roles as well. So again, well done to you again. Can you tell us about your next steps after the course, please?
After this year, I'll either plan on going to university or looking for an apprenticeship. With regards to university, I've already got a unconditional offer from University Centre of South Essex, so that's pretty good. But apart from that, that's what I've planned to do.
Fantastic, that's great. Maria, I'm actually going to ask you one of the questions that's in the chat, if you don't mind, if I may.
Go ahead.
So we've got a question. What advice would you give to someone considering a level 4 tech course?
Considering, I would say try and chat to someone who's already doing it. There we are for you. You can just reach out to us whenever you want. I'm sure if you reach out to either the college or Backstage Centre, they will give you an advice on how to speak to one of us. And I can speak for myself, I guess for everyone else in the Zoom chat as well. We're more than happy to talk to you, to help you out.
Brilliant.
Opinions. And if you are interested in any kind of technical aspects of event production, just go for it. Just do it. Don't listen to anyone else. Just do it.
Good advice. And Maria, just while you're with us there, what future projects have you got coming up?
Myself, we are planning. Currently, I'm part of a team for Brighton Sevens Festival. So that's like 10,000 capacity event in Brighton, which is scheduled to happen in June. So that's the one I'm currently focusing on. And hopefully, if the government will be happy to give us a green light, we will see this June. So that's the one.
Fingers crossed. Thank you, Maria. Next question to Holly. So what new skills have you developed whilst being on the course?
Yeah, so this is the first sort of creative thing I've done in terms of education. I wanted to try something new because I've always been interested in the creative industries and particularly music. So I've learned a lot of skills in terms of music production and kind of working with professionals as well, which is something I hadn't really done before in general, but also in the creative industries. So working with musicians and knowing how to run a session with them. Also like more basic things like setting up like equipment, and I've also learned other sort of creative skills like lighting and that sort of thing, which wasn't really what I intended to come and learn, but I've enjoyed that as well. So I feel like I've learned a lot and it will really help me in the future as well in what I choose to do.
Great, thanks Holly. Mel, I'm going to ask you a question. What have you got planned for yourself over the next 5 years with regards to your career development?
Over the next 5 years, I'd probably say my goal would try and work in TV and film. However, leading up to that, I'll probably try and stay in training as long as I can. So maybe getting an apprenticeship after this course, or maybe going to uni like I was trying to for this year.
Fabulous. Thank you, Mel. Thomas, if I can ask you then. So, Thomas, fantastic as well with regards to your amazing shots on top of a beautiful green hill. So that was amazing. Good on you. So, Tom, what would your ultimate job be when you get out of education?
Yeah, I'm similar to the others, looking to go to uni for the next 3 years, sort of thing. But as soon as I'm out of that, I really want to go on the cruise ships. Work in the sound department in some of the theatres on the cruise ships. But then, similar to sort of Maria, I'd really love to move to festivals. Then, sort of work my way up the sound department would be really cool.
That's great. Thank you, Tom. Really good. Hopefully, I'll have enough money to be on one of your cruises that you're doing sound for. So, I hope. And Ciara, can you tell us where you're going on to next? And I'll ask you another question after as well, if I may.
Of course. So for me, I'm hoping to do a stage management course and get some experience in sound. So that's really interesting to me. So yeah, and hopefully either do a university course or an apprenticeship.
That's great. And I'm just going to throw this next bit over to you and Mel, really. So just the concept of what you presented within the stream there. How did you come up with that? Obviously, there was some humour in there. And so just tell us how you come up with those ideas. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. So me and Mel work very well collaboratively, and I think Mel would agree when we say we laugh and joke about everything. We do generally laugh and joke about everything. So we decided to set up a Word document which we can both edit, and we decided to make it more fun, to add in jokes and similar. Mel, can you add anything?
Literally just going off what you said, I think we both have the same sense of humour in the sense of it's quite sarcastic and just no. Yeah, so I think that kind of helped a little bit with some of the comments. But yeah, we both worked together really well on the Word document, and then the final script we just went on a Zoom call, acted it out, and then yeah.
Really good. Right. So finally, I just want to wrap up, and again, I do want to say thank you to Ben, Amy, Elliot, Maria, Holly, Mel, Thomas, and Ciara. Watch out for these guys in the future, and yeah, a big round of applause to you. Absolutely. I just want to say thank you as well. Big shout to everyone at the Backstage Centre. We can't wait to get back over there and working towards our final major projects. And then get you guys to where you want to be going for the next steps of your journey. South Essex College as well, if you want to know more about the course, go over to the South Essex College website and you can get all the details about the course over there as well. So I just want to say a big thank you, and a big thank you to you. What a great way to spend a Thursday afternoon, and see you again next time. Bye.